Masanobu Endo, the creator of Tower Druga and Zegas. It is also known among enthusiasts as a fighting game that predates Street Fighter II. The game is characterized by using only the A and B buttons on Famicom and the directional pad to play fighting games by changing the moves to be launched depending on the distance between the enemy. Difficult commands are eliminated. I think this is a great idea to express a fighting game with a small number of buttons. Which can be seen in the latest Street Fighter games today. We'll be playing the training mode of this game. In this mode, the player can explore a Chinese-style field map and develop character to his or her liking. In this training mode, players can unlock mysterious passwords one at a time by defeating the boss of each castle. By combining them, you can jump from password continuation screen to the staff roll or ending. Since it is password fixed, you can immediately go to the ending if you know the correct answer in advance, but this time you'll not do that and actually collect all the keywords before heading to the end. As for the speedrun, it'll be trying to capture all of the castles with minimal power-ups and minimal skill. Crimson's PB is about 13 minutes. World record is even faster, having been posted on speedrun, but this time dared to motivate himself by carving out this route on their own without checking others' routes. So there are parameters in the game. Health increases by completing temple training, drinking sports drinks, and defeating random encounters and enemies. Power, there are a total of 8 levels of power, including initial value. It is increased by finding hidden items called the Tau Fruits. Speed, there are 4 levels, including the initial value. There are speed increases from normal to turtle, fish to bird. Jump, there are 4 levels. Again, normal, pair, hermit, and cloud jump, higher in that order. There are statuses during battle. Blue is safety, yellow is attention, and red is danger. About temple training, by practicing at each of the temples located in the east, west, south, and north of your home, you can learn basic techniques. Initially, the main character cannot crouch or jump and can only move forward and backwards and punch. The most important technique is the jumping knee kick at the Nanlin Temple. Again, I do apologize for my pronunciation. Hermit techniques. You can learn techniques by solving difficult problems presented by hermits in various parts of the world. However, since it is time-consuming, speedruns will learn only Kosyu, I apologize again for pronunciation, which is always needed to capture a castle. About enemies that randomly encounter each other. Enemies become stronger in accordance with the training state of the protagonist. When an encounter occurs, you can escape by pressing B, but there's a certain probability that you will not be able to escape and battle will ensue anyways. This random encounter can be surrendered to the enemy by pressing the select button, which is used as a death warp to shorten the route. If you lose to the bandits, which are green, they will take your possessions, but you will receive money at your home at the death warp location. If you lose in other random encounters, you will not only lose your belongings, you will receive money at home only if you have nothing with you at the time of defeat. About the run itself. So, power is needed to defeat the enemies quickly. Therefore, you must first raise your power to a certain level before attempting to train the temple. The castle attack will proceed after power is maximized. First, register Keishu as your warp base by Dried Fist in the village and northeasternmost point of the map. Surrender to the interloper, purple, that appears on the stairs and in high encounter rate and death warp. Give the dried fish you brought to the old man southwest of your house who wants a souvenir. You will receive a Tau fruit with power +1. From there, you go north, and old man in the house will ask you if you know the Tau fruit. Answer yes with the A button. Again, another power +1. Go further north and check the sandy beach. You will find a turtle and get the seed of turtle speed +1. Go ahead and turn that up a little bit. Thank you. Enter the forest where the encounter rate is height. Surrender to the bandit and death warp back to the house. With preparations done, head to the Nanlin Temple on the way to remove the stalagmite and on the plains and discover the Tau fruit, power +1. The road to our house to Nanlin Temple is one of the most accidental points of the speedrun because if your HP is at the initial 10 and only your power and speed have increased, you will take instant death damage from enemy encounters. Pray that you can escape. After entering the Liu Ling to use it as a warp base later, check upstream of the river to find fish. Catch it and get the seed of fish speed +1. Stop at the village north of Nanlin to buy bamboo with the money. This will become material later for the seed of the bird speed. Then Nanlin Temple attack. First is Zhang Fei, which wins easily with a punch. Second is Wan Yu, is a counter punch because if you move back to the very back, you will not be hit by the attack. Third is Zhaoyun. Is strong, but if you keep a long distance from him, he will hit a jumping knee kick that will not hit you, so counter with a series of jumping elbow strikes to knock him down. After Nanlin Temple attack, we will check the tree behind the temple, which there will be a pear with a fruit on it. So he jumps and tries several times to get it, and after several unsuccessful attempts, you will eventually reach the pear for jump +1. Return to the long staircase and depth warp against the interloper. Do not surrender to the bandit as they will take your bamboo. After returning to our house, we must capture the Beilin Temple, which is necessary to capture the castle. If you do not capture Hokulin Temple, you will not have the right to fight Ridoshi later on. So the jumping knee kick is learned at Nanlin Temple. It is so strong that the crucial temple attack is a piece of cake as long as you don't make any mistakes. After the Hokulin Temple attack, check the trees on the plateau west of the temple from the north to find the Tao fruit, again power +1. If you try to buy sweet chestnuts in the village southwest of there, you'll be offered a Tao fruit as a service only if your power is +4 and if you don't have any money. So +1 for power there. Further southwest, the house will exchange a bamboo for a flute, and then if you try to use the stable in the northern village when you have no money, you will battle the young man. If you have flying knee kick, you can win easily. If you win, you get the horse free. Horse free ticket. Warp to Liuling by horse and go southwest. There is an isolated path of 1x1 squares in the short distance from the street where you can use the whistle to attract birds. If you catch the bird and get the seed at bird speed, your speed will be maximized. From there, warp to our home by horse, sell the flute to a rich man in the northern village, and with the money, drink a sports drink, and your health will reach 70 health. Warp to Kishu by horse, go southeast, and register Johto as a warp base, and go to the desert in the south. There is a sand prison only 1 square in the vast desert, so check it out, and if you intentionally do not escape, you will find the Tao fruit and gain power +1. Register Funan there, near the sand prison, the warp base, and warp to our house by horse. Finally, we check the front near the east side of our house and find the Tao fruit buried in the ground, power +1. Power at this point will be maxed out. Just as we were in the forest, we encounter a bandit and surrender. We get some money in our house to start to capture the castle. Attack the castle. In order to attack the castle, it is necessary to move or bribe the gatekeeper in some way to get them to let you pass. The first gatekeeper can be bribed to let you pass if you give him money. This is a bribe. The first castle boss is Senpai. He can be defeated without any difficulty whatsoever. Warp to Geo Jinyu, again, I really apologize for my pronunciation, by horse, and enter a tea house in town with no money, and a free battle will begin where you will get money if you win. The opponent can be anyone except minions of the God of Destruction. With the money you get, take out whatever is on the menu on the Chinese restaurant, then give the food to the gatekeeper and he will let you pass. Again, bribe. Second castle is Oite, or Oite. Again, I apologize for the pronunciation. He has high power, but he will perform a crouching attack with lots of gaps, so jump knee kick him accordingly. After the defeat, pick up the stone just east of Gyeongju. Again, I apologize. This is for cash, so if there's a random encounter along the way, you may surrender to it and death warp to our house. If you pick up the stone, you can also warp to our house by horseback from the village just south of the stone. Buy 2 peaches from the village in the southwest of our house. This is because the third castle keeper has 3 brothers, so if you buy 1 peach, he takes all the peaches, and if you buy 3 peaches, he'll split them among the 3. But if you buy 2 peaches, they don't know what to do, and they'll let you through. Sounds like a joke, but also the bribe. If you visit the hermit's house on the way to the third castle, you will receive jump +1, and if you don't take this jump, you'll have a very hard time later. However, if you do take the jump to the maximum, the enemies with random encounters will become stronger, so stop here. The castle boss in Rokuten is Rokuten. If you lose, you have to buy 2 peaches again, which is very time-consuming. Although his strength is moderate, you cannot let your guard down because he will respond to your main move, the jumping knee kick, with an upper-level kick. After the defeat, register Hunan as warp base, warp by horse to Keishu, visit a farmer in the southwest, and he will ask you to join the resistance because you look strong. At a nearby village, take a horse and warp to Johto. At the optician's shop, say the password, "The zombie drew a circle around me," and you will receive a certificate of resistance. This is the first gatekeeper to let you through without bribe. The castle boss is Oite. He is probably the weakest of all. Weakest of all the castle bosses. Therefore, it is tempting to aim for the fastest defeat, but the attack power itself is quite high, so you don't want to lose even if you're mistaken. After defeating him, go to the hidden passage west. Uh-oh. After defeating him, go to the hidden passage west of the castle and register Huishan as a warp base. Then, go to the only hermit who will be your mentor. This hermit will not teach you the techniques unless you have completed training at Hakulan Temple. The hermit tells you to pick up a kite with a broken string. This falls near Huishan, so we surrender to the bandit and head there by horseback. Follow the hidden passage and pick up the kite with a broken string. If you lose to the bandits here, they will take the threadbare kite away from you. If you fail to escape, respond with a single flying knee kick with a vertical flying knee kick. If you give the kite to the hermit, he will no longer be blown away by the Ridoshi technique that you can fight, but not right now. Get warped by a bandit and warp to Shihei by horseback. Get a live photo of the game's programmer, Akindo Naito, and warp to Funen by horseback. Go to the Stone of the Maniac in the southwestern village, and he will exchange it for a bromide of an idol, as it is an item of unknown significance, but rare anyways. If you take it to the castle, you can bribe the gatekeeper, who is a fan of the idol. After all, bribes are strong. Castle boss, Togu. He uses many techniques that have many gaps but do a lot of damage. And he also uses the strongest delta jump kick. Aim the jumping knee kick at the face. After defeating him, you will need money, so we return to the forest to the west and take the death warp, return to our home, get some money. Buy a liquor in the village to the west of our home, and warp to Hui-chan by horseback. Deliver the liquor to the second former castle boss from the right of the western village, and he will exchange it for a broken Feng Tia Negeki. My apologies for pronouncing it again. Warp to Jotu on a horse from the village nearby. Ask them to replace the broken item with a plow. And dig in the ground in nearby forest with a plow to unearth a fine version of that. Then, take the horse of Huishan and deliver the fine version to the former castle boss, and you will receive the pass to the castle. The castle boss is Ridoshi. He is the only one among all the castle bosses who has the speed of a bird and has a large number of moves, but his power is low. He attacks aggressively and jump knee kicks while repeating hit away. Win rate is about 70% of the time. The last castle cannot be penetrated by any bribe to the gatekeeper, but the gatekeeper recognizes the time by the sounds of the birds and takes his turn. Therefore, it is possible to enter the castle by learning to intimidate bird calls in a village deep in the forest to induce change of gatekeepers. The final castle boss is Kioi. He is very strong because of his high health, abundant anti-aircraft techniques, and piercing ears that allow him to attack even when characters overlap each other. Win rate against them is 50 to 60%. At the end of the game, when the victory screen displays, I bestow the rank of 10 to you. Enter To'o Masunai To as the password to stop the timer. Alright. So again, I do apologize for any mispronunciations. It does look like I said earlier, he can. Looks like he got. Looks like he took a death there. He's gonna have to tote back. 2 HP left. Ouch. Yeah, oh no. The commentary here and pretty much total run lore was written up by Crimson. Crimson is, of course, a Japanese runner, so the English is difficult. So they wrote this ahead of time for whoever commentates, and certainly appreciate it. I apologize personally, I'm not very familiar with the game, but shout outs to Crimson for the run here, and of course for providing that commentary, total commentary of the game. Here we go. There it is. Got him. The disrespect. And Just gotta type this in real quick, and this will be time. And I will stop the timer when they do. There it is. So 16 minutes, and on their timer, 22 seconds. So GG's very much. So shout outs to Crimson. And thank you for providing and presenting this particular game to us for this marathon. Make sure to give Crimson a follow. We'll have to get their Twitch there and chat for you. But we're gonna let the credits roll here, and then as soon as they're good, we're gonna go ahead and transition out.